Okay, the channel is live. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Adventure on so many levels. We're going to play some Dungeons and Dragons.
Finally, yay!
D&D.
It has been too long since we had our full party here, but we do tonight. I am Christiana Ellis, the Dungeon Master. Our players tonight, Starla Hutchton as Carolina Swift,
Hello, friends.
Jenny Meltzer as Zaleen,
Hello.
Paul Fisher as Zinhorn Windborn,
Good evening.
and Mark Kilfoyle as Vertigo.
I'm pretty sure I have to open up a new book for this chapter.
Indeed, it is a new chapter. Last time we left our heroes, the Pocket Protectors, they had made their way to this magically sealed away island of Dinuthair. They had investigated the various factions warring for control within this magical bubble. You trekked your way to the top of the highest mountain there, where there is an artifact known as the Pillar with strange and mysterious powers. And while you were fighting a giant robot, your longtime nemesis, Percival Cankers, sent you a mysterious message suggesting that he was perhaps about to use the pillar for something. The next thing you know, the magical seal that was keeping the island separate from the rest of the world was gone, and the sky seemed to be torn in many places, allowing monsters and who knows what to penetrate. The fabric of reality is torn, and that's happened. That happened.
I cast Mending.
Yes. So, where we had just left more specifically is that you had, with your guide, Trudeli, you had withdrawn from the previous fight into the caves that you used to get to the summit, but when the events that I just described began to cause earthquakes, you decided maybe being underground in a cave is not the smartest thing. And so you were just at the mouth of the cave when we left things off, and now there's monsters. So, and tears in the reality, and also the shield, the bubble, the magical spell holding the powers of Dinuthair on the island is gone. What would you like to do?
Can I go home now?
I was just gonna be like, quick, Vertigo, plane shift.
Not today.
I might be able to do that.
But I'm concerned about Talitha. Can any of you send her a message to see if she's okay?
I can't today, but Lynn can.
Yes. Hold on. Let's see, message. I'm just making sure I still I didn't swap out sending for something. I don't think I did. That would be really stupid to have
Well,
done that. I
you
did
know.
not. Okay.
Prepare
Yes, I
other
can
spells.
send her a message. What do we want to say? Only get so many words. Just like, are you still alive? Like what?
Just be like, sup.
I mean, if it should be obvious that the barrier is down, so
Might have had some ill effect on her magic, though. So
that's what I'm worried about. Especially the realm that they were in might have been also connected to it and powered by it.
yeah.
And I also worry that any of the protective spells they had to extend their lives or to keep themselves healthy might have been disrupted.
Okay, I will send a message then to well, you use sending to contact Talitha, and let's see what we say. It's like, so we think maybe the barrier is down. We didn't do it. Are you okay? There, that's it.
Just living. The barrier's down. We didn't do it. Okay. All right.
Yeah,
Essentially.
are you okay?
Yeah.
Make sure you add the "Are you okay?"
Sure. A moment goes by. I sensed the barriers fall. I am weakened, unwell. I don't know what's happening. Is there danger still on the island? The nightmares are coming.
Yeah. I don't have any more third level spell slots, so I will relay that information to my friends.
Nice and reassuring.
Yep.
Let me see.
Basically, everything is terrible.
Everything is
Oh
awful.
boy.
Well, and
Hopefully-
remember too, she still like, with the bubble up, she still didn't have any knowledge of what was happening inside, so she doesn't know anything about what's happening on the island. She might
You-
eventually be able to like scry and find out more or whatever, but that it all just happened. So
I cannot get my
Ah.
character sheet.
Trudelai is looking at the rest of you and just saying, I feel like I better check in with my colleagues. Maybe it would be safer there than up here close to the pillar. What's the next step here? I've never seen anything like this.
Neither have we.
Nope, false. We've seen that thing before. It is bad, bad news, and I don't disagree with you getting out of here. I
Which
don't know
thing?
where to go that's safe, though.
The dragon's back.
Yes,
Oh.
the dragon that you once fled from in the plane of dream is
It
you
killed
saw
everybody.
it emerging from the one of the
Oh.
rips in space.
Yeah. I mean, if it's a choice between the dragon and
Yeah.
being buried under rock,
Well, to be clear, the dragon is not like bearing down on you at this moment. You see many tears in space. Way up in the sky in the distance, you saw the dragon emerge from one and fly off into the
As curious as I am about the changes, I need to recoup some energy, and I suspect most of us do.
yep.
I mean, I could go a little closer, maybe.
You feel the ground sort of tremble again, like an aftershock.
Is there a way of getting back to your people overland, or do we have to go underground?
We have typically taken the caves because it's safer, although, as you suggested before, I'm not sure that would still hold true. If the ground is shaking and God only knows what else is happening, I kind of feel like I would rather risk whatever might attack us on the surface than to just get crushed in a cave in.
I
All right,
can
well.
briefly give us all the ability to fly, so at least the shaking ground won't bother. But I don't have much magic left.
I can fly.
I think I have that as well. My mandolin. Yeah, I still have charges left.
Is the fly? Remind me. Is it for an hour? What's the duration?
No, it's the short one. It's only 10 minutes, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that won't get you all the way down, but it'll get you some distance for sure.
Maybe on the most treacherous parts.
You're muted, Starla.
Yeah, I'm hesitant to leave here. Like I really think, especially now, we need to go talk to the Pillarines. Like things might have changed. Maybe their thinking has changed because oh my god, the world is ending.
You said, Vertigo, that whoever it was sent you the message said something about the Pillarines, like if they fail, their body will be with the Pillarines. Is like who did they
That
do
was-
this?
It's hard to say, but the evidence is somewhat condemning.
Yeah.
Their
The timing
motives,
is-
yeah, and their motives are hard to understand.
I don't
But
think it was them. I think we know exactly who this was.
well, no, that's the them I'm thinking of. Um, the adversary, not the Pillarines. But clearly they went to either confront or evade them and succeeded in some fashion. I am curious
do
as
have-
to what they were wishing for. But this is the center point of all of the things that are going wrong, which is the most interesting place to be right now. I would be concerned for your safety. Your
True to
name-
life.
True to lie. I knew that. um, I'd be concerned for your safety more than ours. And also to spread word to your people and get them prepared for whatever might come next.
Yeah.
There may be disruptions in everything that's going on here, depending on how the concentration of power was affecting it.
Well, in some ways, I'm used to traveling quick on foot, and I can be pretty stealthy when I'm on my own. So, I can return back to the base there and let them know what's happened so far, and you can, if you find out more, you can magically tell me or something. But yes, I think we need to let Placer and the others know what's going on.
Okay.
I don't know if we'll be able to talk to you again today. Our magic is mostly depleted. I can make you move faster if that would help.
I, how could it not help? That would
I
be
don't
very
know.
much appreciated.
I don't know what magics you already possess, but
and Vertigo will walk over, touch their shoulder, upcast Longstrider, which basically just means he's going to apply it to himself.
Okay.
Because I don't have any lower level spells slots. Actually, it is targets +2 with that. Oh, wait, what? Huh. Wait. Actually,
get closer.
and he'll cast Longstrider on 3 people.
Okay.
Actually, can I just go all the way? No, I can't. All right. So himself, Trudelai, and I think we'll point kind of waveringly back and forth between the other 3, and if one of them kind of voluntarily wants it.
Each of you can benefit from moving swiftly. Zinhorn, you can fly, and I know that you have facility in moving through shadows. Zaleen, as well as well, Lynn, your magic is always a bit confusing and mysterious to me. I'm never quite sure what you can do.
Actually, I don't have that ability at this time.
This will help move faster if that's what you wish.
Okay.
So casting Longstrider lasts for an hour. It's a +10 to your base movement.
Okay.
Wow.
Non-concentration.
All right. Yes, I think this will definitely come in handy. Thank you. I'm going to do my best to avoid any danger and try to get back to base. All of you stay safe. Those tears, they look like when the nightmares show up, but they're not closing. Good luck.
This is what happens when you don't pay for the magic you use.
Yeah.
Sorry, I wasn't using it. Okay.
Sorry,
No,
not
I'm
you
sorry.
specifically.
I'm
Not
sorry.
you
I'm very
specifically.
stressed.
I
I
apologize.
I should have picked that up from context. I know. I'm sorry. It's been a tough day. Okay, bye. She jogs off into the forest, and as she said, she when she's moving on her own, she moves both quickly and stealthily.
We should find shelter.
We have a tower.
True. But it should be placed somewhere carefully. We might want to keep watch
I mean,
too.
if we're moving. I don't know. I mean, we could theoretically go back inside the tunnel system and find our monster friend and ask if they will watch over the tunnel so we can, or like watch over the towers so that we can rest.
I was thinking being out here where we could observe whatever changes are happening.
But if we're inside the tower, we won't be able to see out the windows because we just see into the void.
But we can step out from time to time, just to look, take an observation, go back inside.
How far was it from where, like, how far did we travel after we met with the giant monster?
Quite a ways. Quite a ways.
Okay.
So it
Okay.
wasn't super close.
Okay.
And you had traveled something like 30 to 45 minutes from the cave entrance to where you had the fight with the giant construct. You had also gotten a little notification that there are 4 equidistant points around the perimeter of the pillar that are places for, communication / offerings to the pillarines. We don't hear you, Starla.
Yeah, we should maybe head for one of those points.
And yeah,
Is that the
let's-
tower there,
let's
you mean?
do that.
We'll be okay for right now. So I think we go see if anything has changed there. And I don't know. I don't know what's after that. I'm not good. I'm not the planner. That's not what I do. I'm an idea person.
All right, let's go and see if we can talk to them without them trying to kill us. Since whatever they were doing previously is now overcome by events.
Well, not necessarily. Just because the barrier is down does not mean that the pillar itself is depowered at all. It may just be as dangerous and now exposed to the rest of the world as it was. So the pillarines might still be a little bit wary, maybe even more so. But I would like to find out for myself rather than just speculating.
All right. Well, let's talk to them and see what they have to say.
So, not that you have like a map to go by or anything like that, but how do you choose which direction to go to try to find hopefully the closest of these? You certainly can go up to where the Ring of Stones is and then just follow it either direction. That's easy enough. But do you do anything else to try to increase the odds of finding, going the closer direction, whichever that might be?
Look
Zinhorn,
around.
could you fly up and maybe get a read on it?
You had an idea and a plan. See, it all works out. I'm up.
All right. So as you are flying up, you definitely recognize as you're going up into the sky that you are seeing several of these strange sort of. The sky in many places resembles sort of a ragged, shredded dishcloth. There's many places where it just feels torn, almost as if it had been clawed through.
Yeah.
And there are lots of those, to be clear. Not so many that you're having to like weave around them, but the point being that you can see several dozen easily from where you are.
Okay.
You also, as you get up above the surface, you realize that they're not all in the sky either. You see several that are like at various places on the ground. It's just those aren't as easy to see from other places on the ground.
Okay.
But looking for the towards the summit and seeing this ring of stones that you is the perimeter you were warned to stay out of. You do see off in one direction the what you suspect is going to be the closer of the two. There is one river you will have to cross. But it looks like there's sort of a waterfall with some rocks across it that you could probably use. But it's much closer than the other way.
Okie doke. While I'm up here, are there any of those rips that are close by? Or are they all
Well,
away?
so I'm assuming that you were avoiding them. If you want to get closer
Yeah.
to one, let me know.
Well, I'm trying to figure out how far away they are.
Oh, I mean, they're all over the place. They're scattered apparently randomly.
Okay, but is it like 2 minutes of flying or 10 minutes of
Well,
flying?
are you trying to go
I
to
just-
one, or are you
I
trying
want to get a look through to the other side.
Okay, yeah. So I mean, yes, you can with a couple of minutes of flying get to the nearest one.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just want to get a look and try and see like
Sure.
what seems to be on the other side of this.
Yeah. So from a distance, they kind of glow with sort of a kind of a purplish light that hurts your eyes a little bit when you stare at it. It's not that it's so bright like the sun or something, but you just sort of vaguely feel like your eyes are straining when you look at it for a little while. But as you get closer, are you? I mean, I was going to say, are you trying to be stealthy? But I don't think there's really any way to be stealthy under these
You're
circumstances.
Yeah.
Flying through open air. But yeah, so as you approach it, how close are you getting? Imagine that this thing is imagine if you were looking at a great big tapestry and someone tore like a 10-foot tear in it that's sort of hanging open. Like that's the size of this one that you're
20,
looking
30 feet. I
Okay.
don't want to get too close to it.
at. Okay. So through there, once you're a little closer, you can start to resolve some details in the glow, but it's hard to process what you're seeing because it kind of keeps shifting. You keep seeing what will begin to resolve into maybe that's some kind of a landscape, but then it kind of swims around and changes. And it reminds you a bit, actually, of when you were briefly traveling through the Plane of Dream. But I would like you to make a wisdom saving throw as you stare into it, trying to make it out.
25.
Okay. With that 25, which is pretty good, you are able to steel your mind, maintain your control, and recognize that this is a site that kind of compels, fascination. Like it's sort of mesmerizing, right? Almost it's kind of hypnotic. And you imagine that someone with less self-control might find themselves just like unable to think about anything else, or potentially drawn towards it.
Got it. All right. Heading back down.
All right.
All right. So, pocket protectors, we need to go that way. There'll be a river to cross, but there's kind of like a natural rock dam and a bunch of rocks you guys can hop across if you can't fly. Otherwise, we'll figure it out. But that way is much, much faster than going the other way.
Were there any signs of the mechanical birds or anything like that?
I didn't see anything up there but the tears in the sky, and I took a minute to investigate one a little bit, and don't look inside unless you're really well prepared, because feels like the kind of place that would like hypnotize you and make you want to get closer, and it looks similar to the realm of dreams, possibly the realm of nightmares, um, uh, is what's on the other side.
Were they moving at all, or are they like tears in an unmoving cloth?
Uh, they didn't seem to be moving to me, did
Uh,
they?
what? So, if you imagine you have like a heavy tapestry, so not like just a light red sheet or something, but a heavy woven tapestry, and then a tear that goes all the way through it, and then you're hanging that outside and then looking just at the tear, right? It might sort of ripple a little bit. You know, it might open and flutter a little bit, but it doesn't move dramatically. It's not changing location. It's kind of just as though at a fixed point in space, there is now an irregular portal, effectively.
Well, that's a bit of good news if it holds. It means they won't be drifting like smoke or other things.
Actually, make an investigation check for me, Vertigo.
Oh, okay. Oh, terrible. 13.
Okay. Yeah, the looking up, at least at first, impression, the tears that you can see don't seem to have any sort of a pattern to them at all.
It may be too large to see, or there may not be one. It could be from the realm of pure chaos, if such a thing really exists. Not really sure how a realm of chaos would be coherently held together, to be honest.
And that's about a 5-minute musing along the way.
Mhm. Well, certainly as all of you who have heard the tales of the heroes of legend know, is that there's supposed to be a seal protecting your cosmos from the realms of pure order and pure chaos. There was a whole thing. They went to a lot of trouble to put it up there. Um,
I mean, they
Um,
probably broke it in the first place. Some of those stories are a little suspicious.
mhm. Well, so in any case, um, you begin towards that direction. All right.
Yes.
Well, as you are making your way across, you reach the waterfall that Zinhorn mentioned. It's kind of rocky. You see a river kind of flowing down from the summit, goes over a brief waterfall, dropping about 30 feet down into where it continues the river below. But there is sort of a natural rock bridge that goes over. So the waterfall has kind of like penetrated underneath the top layer of the rocks, and so you can see it fall, but there's rocks on top of it, if that makes sense. But as you are getting ready to, try to hop across, you see a new one of these tears sort of form in the air above these rocks, and dropping out of it are four creatures of a type that you have become all too familiar with. They're monstrous frog-like features and claws and various colors are familiar to you from previous encounters, but I will now bring you all to the map. Do you all see it? Let me put it so where and I can get it so that everyone. There we go. All right. So these things drop out of this little rift. This little purple shape here is something like 15 feet above the surface of the water on the high side. And so these things have dropped out of it. And they come out looking right at you. So they look like they tore. The impression you get from their demeanor is that they tore through to get to you. It wasn't random.
Oh, you guys.
You shouldn't have. No,
Really,
really, you shouldn't
you
have.
should have.
I'm not surprised, I suppose.
Do any of them bear a specific resemblance to the two that we've met?
Uh,
Or is it, are they, do I not know the species well enough to tell them
that's what
apart
I was just going to
individually?
say.
Yeah.
I was just trying to think. Make a perception check to try to see if you can
Three.
recognize it.
No.
It's hard to say. These guys are so monstrous. It's hard to tell if they were familiar ones or not. But they look like the red one kind of calls something back to the others and takes a step forward, sort of flexing his claws, sort of just yeah. And he looks at you eagerly, and the others seem to be readying themselves as well.
Well, you might not leave us any choice.
All right, we're gonna roll initiative. And
I took, sorry, I can understand what they said because
Yeah?
I took the observant feat. If I can see a creature's mouth while, oh wait, no, maybe I can't. Never mind. Let me take that back.
Well, yeah, they're not
Speaking a language I
common.
understand.
Yeah, I think.
Oh, I still have that earring though, don't I?
Oh, probably the one you got in the.
Yeah, I totally forgot about that thing.
Oh yeah. So yes, if you are able to understand their language because of your Fey earring, what you hear the red one say basically is saying, "We're gonna rush them or wait for them to make the first move." And
It's go time.
you realize too, I think, able to hear them, it helps to distinguish what they're doing. The red one seems to have looked back at the smaller gray one in asking that question. But I think we're going to roll initiative. I've got the initiative rolled for the creatures already, so all of you, please go ahead.
Do we control where if the initiative tracker pops up? I don't see.
Oh, well, you should be able to, on the left, there's a little turn order symbol. You don't see it? I have it up.
Oh, there it is.
Okay, I just closed it and opened it again, but you probably were able to open it on your own.
I don't think players have that on their screens.
Okay, well, do you see all yourselves on it?
Yes.
Okay. Because I had it up and then I closed it and opened it again, but maybe that made the difference. All right, we need initiative for Buster as well.
Okay.
All right, and this map is from the Chepeku Patreon because they always do good stuff. All right, that's a low initiative roll for Buster. It looks like. All right, so I think we have some ties. Okay, just a tie with Vertigo and the red one. What is your dex? Vertigo?
+2 bonus.
+2 bonus. Where is this one that I just had? Oh man, it didn't save it. Or wait, no. Hang on. I'm sorry. I just had this. Let's see. There we go. Sorry, I'm pulling up my notes for it. You have 12, you said?
14 for a +2.
Oh, okay. Yeah, good. So you go ahead of that one then. Okay. All right. So, Lynn, you are first. First up, as these things look to ruin your day.
All right. Well, if he was looking at the gray one, I'm wondering if size, I feel like size and color probably has some bearing on their abilities, what they're good at, who's the most powerful, that kind of thing. And the red one's talking to the gray one, the little one. So I am going to cast Auto's Irresistible Dance on the gray one.
Okay.
Little guy.
So remind me, is there a save first, or it just works the
Nope.
first time, and then
It
on their
just
turn?
works.
Yeah. Okay. Well, so I think this gray one, you're in range for that. Is it 60 feet or?
Oh, no, it's 30 feet. How
You might
far
have.
away
You'll
am
have
I?
to get
Didn't even-
closer then. Yeah, because you're a little ways away. You're,
Ooh,
yeah.
I'm a lot ways away.
Yeah. If
Okay.
you use your whole movement speed in that direction, you can get within 30 feet.
And then I'm gonna be right up close and personal with.
Oh wait, actually 80. So actually maybe.
Yeah,
No,
I can't.
You can't.
I'd
In
have
30
to.
feet, yeah, you have to get closer.
Okay, so we're not doing that.
Well,
What I get for not
yet.
faded? Yeah, I just
Yeah.
like, oh, that's a good idea, and I
It is
didn't
a good
come up with anything
idea.
else.
You'll
Okay,
do that when you're close
so
enough.
yeah, so instead, I am going to. I'm gonna come right here. Actually, trying to. Where's my line? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That is as far as I can get, I think.
Mm.
And then. All right, I think I can get them all. Well,
Okay.
the 3 anyway. I'm gonna cast lightning bolt.
Okay. Very fun. Okay. So let's start with.
See what level.
That's a dex save, I believe. All right.
Yes,
Miss-
17.
Mr. Red is going to get a 12. Green is going to get natural 20 for 22. And gray is going to get a 21. So the red one fails, but the other 2 save.
All right, so that is
37, huh?
37.
Mm-hmm.
And just double checking they take half damage. Yep.
Okay. So, I said the red one is the one that failed. So half, so it would be 37, but I think you recognize as it hits them that their rubbery skin seems to give them some degree of insulation, so they don't take full damage. But let's see, 15 is going to be 18 still for that one. And then for the others, it's only going to be 9 each because they are saved and are resistant.
And then as bonus action, I'm gonna give a Zinhorn bardic inspiration.
Okay. All right.
And hold on, I'm just trying to. There was a. Let's see. Okay, when a creature adds one of your bardic inspiration die to its ability check, attack, roll, or saving throw, and the roll fail. Okay, that's not what I was looking for, but there's one. Infectious inspiration. That's what it is.
Okay. Oh yeah, I think it can pass to the next person if it
When a
works.
creature within 60 feet of you succeeds on an ability check, attack, roll, or saving throw that adds your bardic inspiration die, you can use your reaction to give a bardic inspiration die to a different creature that can hear you within 60 feet. 60 feet.
All right.
Without expending any of my bardic inspiration uses.
Nice.
That's what I was looking for. So,
Great.
Yes.
Sounds good. All right, Zinhorn, you are inspired, and it's your turn.
Alrighty. I am going to cast Firestorm.
Okay.
And I get 10 10-foot squares that I can place on the map where they are going to take damage.
Mm-hmm.
How do I make a 10-foot square with this thing?
Well, it's not going to stay, right? It's just it just like it hits and then it's gone. So we don't need to.
Let me double check.
I'm pretty sure that for Firestorm, it happens in that much space, but it doesn't stay. It's not like Wall of Fire. So I was just saying there's no point in drawing it. 10-foot square is going to be, 2 squares by 2 squares. So you could certainly get all of them.
It is instantaneous.
Yeah.
Yep.
So you can get all of them, no question.
They will be saving at a dex of 17.
Okay.
And they will be taking 7d10 damage.
Okay, well, let's go ahead and roll that damage, and I will have them make their dex checks. I'm trying to see if I can. Well, because I'm rolling it in D&D Beyond with the Roll20, but it's rolling the virtual dice, and it makes it take longer. But all right, So let's see. Green is going to roll first. He gets a 13. Gray is going to get 16. Blue gets a 6. Red gets a 13. So what did you say your DC was?
17.
Okay, they all fail.
They all
And
take
for
35 points of
35.
damage.
So what you find though is that as they are all enveloped in the firestorm and fail to evade it, they nonetheless their sort of moist frog-like hides seem to be somewhat fire resistant as well. So once again, they're going to take half. So 17 for each.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Okay. Anything else for your turn?
Yeah, I want to spread out.
Oops.
Although Buster is gonna follow me, so I am going to fly over to here. That'll put the tear in between me.
No, it's
and-
it's above. It's elevated.
Oh, okay.
So if it's helpful, I'll remove it from the map. But so that's where it is. But imagine it being 15 feet higher than you standing
Okay.
on the rock. So you
and-
can see the blue one on the far side, not having to look through the tear.
Okay. Yeah, that'll be all for me.
Okay.
Actually, I will point to that place. Did it ping?
I
Yeah, there
didn't.
it goes.
Yeah, there you go. You'll point there.
And point there and say, Buster, rock.
All right.
He can make that jump.
Oh, I'm sure. No question. All right. So the so it is now the blue one's turn, and you watch as even some of the fire damage that he just took seems to start to heal itself. And he is gonna. The water is difficult terrain right here, so let's see. What's my movement speed for this guy? 30 feet. 10, 15. He's just plowing right through the water, seeming to not really concern himself over much about it. And he is going to dash all the way up to where he can get to you, but that is his action, to rush his way up there. All right, it's the green one's turn next. And that one is going to hop back and cast invisibility on the gray one. And that is its turn. And so, Vertigo, that's you.
Yeah. I'm concerned about this gap here. Is that a
Mhm.
difficult thing to get over? Or
No, it would be a 5-foot leap. I think that if you were dashing, I might make you make a check, but otherwise, no. I think you can make it.
Okay.
I think I'm not going to look up the actual mechanical rules, but I'm pretty sure that unless you had like a 6 strength or something like that, you should be able to do a 5-foot gap.
Okay. I'm going to store that thought for later, but for the moment, I think that
Vertigo will make a gesture. What would this look like? I don't think I haven't used this one for a while. I think the gesture is kind of almost a brushing motion with his left hand.
Mm-hmm.
And then he, at the last moment, kind of snaps his fingers, and two images of hands float through the air very quickly. I'm going to twin chill touch and target this one and this one.
Okay.
And that is an attack roll. Let's see if I can roll that one.
While you're doing that, the green one regenerated a bit as well on its turn.
Okay.
24 to hit the blue,
Okay.
and 22 to hit the red.
Okay. Yeah, both of those hit.
So that's 15 necrotic damage and 10 necrotic damage.
Ooh,
And
necrotic.
and
Yeah.
they cannot regain hit points until the start of my next turn.
Oh, excellent.
So that the hand kind of hangs around.
Yeah.
They're
So,
not undead,
so
but-
which one was the 15?
15 was the blue, the one that's right in front of
Okay.
Zenhorn.
All right. Yeah, they take all that damage, and it looks like they, you know, where their wounds start to show.
Kind of imagine the little ghostly hand kind of sticks its fingers into the wound, preventing it from closing.
Yeah. Yeah. So it does look like, at least for the moment, it will prevent their regeneration until the start of your next turn. Is that what you said?
Yep.
Cool. Well done. Okay. Anything else for your turn?
Not at the moment.
Okay. Okay. So then it is the red one's turn. And again, I think he would have been getting his regeneration, but instead he is not. So I think he is gonna 10, 20, 30, and then hop over with his dash to land right here. But that is his dash, so no attacks this round for him. Zaleen.
I am going to move down here, so I'm on this little ledge above Lynn, and I'm going to cast Insect Plague in the biggest area I can to try to catch as many as I can. It's like 20 feet,
Okay.
so my brain doesn't know how to do that.
Hold on
Algorithmically.
just a moment. I'm distracted by something. Okay. Sorry, I was just realizing I didn't, I had the green one turn the gray one invisible, but then I didn't do the gray one's turn, but that's fine. I don't need to do that right now. So you're doing Insect Plague,
Mm-hmm.
which is it's a circle, right?
It's a 20-foot radius. Yep.
Yeah, okay. So, whoops, let me make one that won't be opaque.
I just wanna
What
know.
color do you want it to be?
I want it to be green,
All right.
like really gross green too.
Oh, okay. Let's see. Got sort of a brownish green.
But perfect.
All right.
It's locusts and crickets and
Yeah.
nasty.
Okay. Let's see. Is that one more? What? All right. Oh, sorry, I did that on the GM layer. Let me put that on the token layer. So you should be able to see that now. The circle.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Where do you want
So I would like it to capture both the blue one and this. I don't know what color he is. Green.
it?
Or,
Green.
yeah.
Yeah.
And everything in between.
All
If
right.
there's like little invisible guys there, they'll get it too.
Sure.
Whatever. So, and it's 18 right now.
Okay.
Let me
The-
double check to see if they have to make
I
a
think it might be they
save.
take it on the start of their turn.
Each creature in it must make a Constitution saving throw when it appears.
When it appears. Okay.
Yep. So it's
So-
a DC 18.
Okay, so first for the blue one, con save, and then the sorry, that was the green one's roll, and it was low, so that's just a 5, and then the blue one got a 16, and so I guess they both fail.
Mhm.
So that's what kind of damage? Poison damage, right? For
I think
Insect plague?
so. Piercing.
Piercing.
piercing. Oh, okay, all
Mhm.
right.
And then invisible gray guy's not in there, right?
No.
Like where the okay. I just wanted to double check.
Yeah. What? And it's at 18 damage. All right.
Mhm.
Yeah. They do seem to take that damage as they're sort of snarling and smacking at these insects.
Good. And then I am just gonna give Lynn a thumbs up,
All right.
and that's my turn.
Okay. So it's Buster's turn, and you gave him a command, but also one of these things just ran right up to him. And
Yeah, and he knows.
Oh, Zaleen, if you moved away, this red guy is gonna swipe at you. So let me do that. That's a 14 to hit. Doesn't
Nope.
hit. Okay. So sorry, and so Buster, he knows you were just gonna say.
Oh, he knows that I will often protect Nedry.
Mm-hmm.
So
Oh yeah.
Uh,
So you
I
think
think he's
I-
just going to attack
think
the red one.
it makes sense to me that it ran right up to him.
Yeah.
All right. So you can go ahead and it's his turn.
Oh yeah. Wait a sec. Oh, there we go. Oh boy, he's. Apparently, I didn't heal him in the interim.
Yeah, you guys didn't really have a lot of time after the last fight. You were
Nope.
in a hurry.
All right, he's gonna go for the bite attack. On the red one.
Okay.
21.
That hits.
All right. So
That one is starting to look pretty hurt. It makes a strength save.
against a DC of 16.
Yeah. Yeah, it does save. It got a 22.
Okay, so it is not down, but now it's going to take 2 claws.
Mhm.
First claw was a 13.
It's gonna miss.
Buster. Second was a 23.
23 will hit for 13 damage.
All right.
All right. This one is looking pretty hurt at this point, and it's also like with its regeneration currently not functioning. It's looking a little bit more nervous than it did a moment ago. Okay. We're back at the top of the initiative. Lynn, you're up.
I think I finally get to use a spell that I've been holding on to for ages. Never had the chance to. So,
Yeah?
I am going to move. Where did I? I'm gonna go like here.
Mhm.
No, is this like a?
Yeah,
Tree?
it's
Is it a wall?
yeah.
What is
So it's like it's a sort of a fallen over hollow log that is like going down the slope to the lower level. So like
Okay.
where you are right now, I would say is 5 feet lower.
Okay, so what I want to do is let me broadcast that. And then let's see, a 60-foot cone. I did this before.
Yeah.
What was it? Here.
Mhm.
Maybe that's not where. Maybe it was down here. I think it was down here. So I was measuring all this stuff out.
Sure,
and just...
sure. Yeah.
There.
So you
I
are
think that's right.
definitely I'll say it's easy enough to get down to that point, but it will be you'd have to be climbing coming back up. Because you're
Right.
climbing
Well-
down the slope. But yeah.
Yeah, this is where I want to be.
Okay.
Like you see this cone
Yeah,
here,
mhm.
and I want to cast prismatic spray.
Okay. So tell me what do I have to do?
Okay, whoa. I just had an explosion of dice on my screen. Sorry.
Ah.
Don't yeah, I
Oh
don't
yeah,
know.
like so that is like it's the total of like every single part of it, which prismatic spray is a complicated spell.
Yeah, it is. So, it's a DC 17 save.
Which save?
Dexterity. Sorry.
Okay. Because it's like random which color hits them, right? Or
I have to roll a D8.
okay.
So I can't see the one because he's invisible. So I don't know if I need to.
He is unfortunately not in your cone.
Damn it.
But let me roll the dex save for green and blue here. Blue rolls and gets a 12. And green rolls and gets an 18. Actually, both of them should have gotten advantage on that. Or wait, no, green does at least. Yeah, and blue also does. So let me re-roll that.
So I got, if it's just the two targets, I have a 5 and an 8. So I guess 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah, so blue still fails, green saves on the save.
Okay. So one of them, the number was 5, so it's blue.
Okay.
And the other one was an 8, which is special. It
Well-
says this.
Tell me which one goes to which.
I don't think this far guy has been hit by anything, right?
No, he has, because you hit
He
him with the
has?
lightning bolt the first time, and then the flame strike,
Okay.
the firestorm as well.
Okay.
But
Which one looks healthier?
The green one for sure.
Okay. So the blue one is going to take the cold damage, I think. So that is a
Okay.
10d6.
Okay. 10d6.
35.
Nice. And he is resistant to cold, so he's going to take half of that, but that's still 17.
The other one, it's a special. So the target is struck by 2 rays. Roll twice more, re-rolling any 8.
Nice.
So there's 1. So that one is a 2. So that's an orange one. That's acid damage.
Nice.
And that is a 1. So that's red, which is fire damage, I believe.
Makes
Yep.
sense, yeah.
Okay, so forgot what the first one was already. So
Acid.
blue, right?
Well,
Acid,
so, yeah.
acid. Okay, yeah.
Acid and fire.
Acid is green. Okay, there's the acid damage, and
They are resistant to
There's
both of
the-
those, but both of those damages happening is pretty significant still. So that's going to be 15 from the acid and 14 from the fire. 29 damage. Yeah, so he's still looking, like a little better, but he's not having as much fun as he was a minute ago. And he's definitely going to have to make concentration checks on the invisibility. I guess I was just going to say he does need 2, because so the difference would be like 1 that's for the total amount of damage, or 2 for the smaller number, but I think the latter is the way to go. So
will you also allow me to take my bonus action before it does that and use the is it the unsettling words? That's the bardic well, I already have a bardic inspiration up, don't I? Because you didn't use it.
you do. I think it's not that you can only have 1 at a time. That's not a thing. So
No,
if you
it's
have
not.
if you have your reaction, I think you can use it.
Yeah, it's a bonus action. One use of bardic inspiration to choose one creature and do unsettling words.
I think it would. you know what? I'll allow you. You would have had to use it first, but we can say that you did. So, and that's going to reduce your one of the saves by
Let's see. It's
By your die?
1d12.
okay.
It's
Oh,
just
well,
one.
just a one. All right. Well,
Stupid.
so first rolling the first check, he only has to beat a 10 for both. But I will remove one from the first one. Oh no, he failed. So yeah, he loses concentration on the invisibility, and the gray one is once again visible, having not moved, and because he is super confident in not having to do anything as he sends his foot soldiers out, not because I forgot to make his turn last time. But yes, he turns visible again, and he looks disgustedly and shakes his head at the green one. Okay. I think that's the end of your turn.
Yeah, and well, is it possible to like duck down kind of
Yeah.
behind this log?
Yes,
Yeah.
I think you can get 3/4 cover from everyone but the red one up there, down there, because you're kind of hiding behind the log.
Cool. Excellent. Then
All
I
right.
am finished. Thank you.
Okay, Zinhorn, you're up.
All right. There's a guy right in front of me.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if he likes the taste of lightning breath. Let's find out. Dex of 15 save.
Okay. He got a 21.
Okay.
But that would mean he would take half of the 21 lightning damage, but then he is also resistant, so he's going to take 5.
Okay.
But he does take 5, and he is not regenerating at the moment.
Okay. Bonus action is going to be to cast. Hold on. I can do bonus action, healing word, or mass healing. Is everyone like relatively good on health?
A little over half.
That's
I'm
not-
good. Also,
Yeah.
I can heal too. Don't forget.
Actually, a little bit better
Right.
than over half.
Okay.
Not as good as you, but I can do it.
All right. So mass healing word, and I will split this between myself, Vertigo, and Buster.
Okay.
So everybody gets 10. Oh, that's right. Everybody gets 30 points.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on. Can I? No, everybody. Everyone in our party gets 30 points. Y'all just
Alright.
get 30 points.
Be
Nice.
like Oprah, like
Yep.
handing out
Yeah.
healing. You get 30 points.
You get 30 points.
There, I'm back almost to full.
All right.
I don't have a lot of
Alright,
hit points.
I need to get Buster.
Okay, is that the end of your turn?
Yeah. I don't want to take the opportunity attack.
Mm-hmm.
So, all right. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So it is the blue one's turn. First thing he's going to do is get out of this insect plague. He's shifting around up to here. But then he's going to lay into Zinhorn. First, he's going to try to bite you. And that's going to miss. That's just a 12 to hit. But then he's going to try to claw you twice. He is not regenerating this turn, not until Nedry goes again. And that is 23 to hit.
That'll hit.
So you're going to take 15 slashing damage. And I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
7.
Okay, so in addition to feeling this the pain of this wound, it suddenly the wound feels kind of like it's burning, and you just suddenly feel
Oh,
a little queasy. Hmm?
okay. So what should I put a condition down?
No, it's not a specific one that you have
Okay.
on there. Then it's a critical fail with the second claw. But yeah, so that is, yeah, so that is the end of his attacks. It is now the green one's turn, and he is also going to move out of this, out of the insect plague. And he is going to cast Fireball, where it will hit. Let's see. You know what? He does not care about the red guy. He is going to have it hit Buster and Vertigo and Zaleen and Lynn.
Can I see it?
Yes. I mean, he's behind the insect plague, which I believe is lightly obscured, but I think you would be able to see it enough if you're going to counterspell, if that's the idea.
Yeah. I've only got a few spells left, but this seems important.
Okay.
Yep. Counterspell at 4th level.
All right. He curses at you in a language you don't understand, but Lynn, you can tell that his mother would be ashamed.
I kind of imagine that Vertigo is standing there and it's like he's calculating things. He looks up, sees it happening, just waves a hand,
Right.
goes back to his calculations.
Yes, but the green one, having not been touched by the chill touch before, is regenerating. Okay. Now it is the gray one's turn. And he is going to make, yeah, he's going to cast another spell. That is, it's the same size as the Cloud Kill. So let me as the insect plague. Yeah, and that is suddenly a sphere of dense toxic fumes swirls into existence around you all. And when you start your turn there, you're going to make a Constitution saving throw. And I think he actually casts it. You know what? I think what he does is he casts it right here, actually. Okay. That is his turn. And he's also going to regenerate. But now, Vertigo, excuse me, it is your turn. And on your turn, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw for this Cloud Kill spell.
18.
Okay. 18. 18, I'm pretty sure saves. Yes, it does save. But you are going to take... Where's the... Okay. Whoops. Okay, the total would be 26, so you're going to take 13 poison damage. And while you are in the Cloud Kill spell radius, it is heavily obscured, which I think means that you really can't see. Let me just double check that. Heavily obscured, does that make it so you can't see anything, or is it just disadvantage? I think it's heavily obscured, such as darkness, opaque fog. You are effectively blinded while trying to see something in the area. but it is your turn.
Okay.
Also,
Okay.
Now that it's your turn, the blue one and the red one are no longer stuck with or their regeneration will start working again.
All right. Well, this is profoundly terrible. And with his left hand, he grabs a bit of spell energy, and with his right hand, he traces out the dispel magic spell to
Okay.
get rid of this cloud.
Nice.
So that's sped up to a bonus action.
Mm-hmm.
And then as an action, he's going to gesture once more, and once more flick two hands out to chill touch against this one. Sorry, I'll have to sort of slide around.
Can he
ducking
dispel?
around.
Wait, well, hold on. So can he dispel and chill touch?
Yes, chill touch is a cantrip.
Oh, okay. Well, first of all, you have to roll for the dispel unless you're using a higher level slot.
It's 4th level, so I don't know what level this is.
It's higher than that.
Okay,
So
17.
that is successful. So you dispel the cloud kill. You were the only
then
one
kept-
that had to even take any damage from it.
Yeah, lucky me.
All right.
And he'll kind of. There seems to be a pathway between these two giant beasts to kind of
Uh,
skirt through, possibly.
How about
not-
this? Make an acrobatics check.
Oh, that is not guaranteed. All right, we're gonna try with 10.
A 10. You know what? I will allow it because Buster is cooperative.
Yeah, his back would be to Buster, which is a sign of trust he's never had in Buster, but he would try
Yeah.
it anyway.
I think I would have given I might have let the red one make an opportunity attack, except he doesn't have his reaction back yet from
And-
the last round.
Oh yeah, he doesn't, does he?
Not yet.
Actually,
He used it on Zaleen.
yeah. But I think these are too far away. Yeah, so he's not leaving the area around him anyway, so it's
Mhm.
not
Yeah,
He's not
I know.
leaving
I'm
the
just
area
saying
with
I
that.
might have had that be a consequence of not rolling high
that's
enough.
totally fine.
Yeah.
But once again, doing the twinning of that spell,
Okay.
it'll be another attack roll against each of them. Against the blue, it is a 17 to hit.
Hits.
Or sorry, 25 to hit.
Well, that also hits, yeah.
And then against the other one, it is a 19 to hit.
Also hits. Those both hit.
And again, 17 necrotic to the blue, 10 necrotic to
Okay.
the red, and the hand sticks
Yeah.
around, preventing regeneration.
Okay. 10 necrotic from the red one.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's actually looking extremely hurt. The red one is, for sure. Very, very injured at this point. Okay. Anything else on your turn?
Nope, that's plenty.
Okay. The red one is going to take on his turn. He's looking a little desperate, but he is going after you because you keep doing that to him. So he's first going to try to bite you, Vertigo. And he gets a 25 to hit.
Definitely a hit.
Yeah, he
Think I can do
chomps
about that.
into you for 7 piercing damage.
Okay.
And he's
5
also
gets through.
going to claw at you twice as well. First one is a 20 to hit.
Yeah, that's gonna
Okay.
hit.
7 piercing damage. And I
Okay.
need you to make a constitution save.
Okay. 9.
Okay. Yeah. You don't sense any additional effects right now, but remember that you failed to save from that. Second claw attack is only an 11 to hit, which I think misses you.
That does not hit.
Yeah. All right. That is the red one's turn. Zaleen, you're up.
Okay, that red guy he's getting on my nerves. So I am going to I don't know if I want to go all the way over there. That's so close. I am actually going to walk up to him and cast Bestow Curse
Okay.
at 4th level.
So just as a heads up, like I said with the red one, he is on his last legs. Just in case that affects your tactics. Like he's reeling. He's about to go down.
Like he's gonna just that's
Yeah,
it.
his regeneration isn't functioning. He's on his last legs.
All right, then I will just stay where I am and cast my best favorite thing, Eldritch Blast.
Yeah, there you go.
And I will do one at him, hoping for the best,
Mhm.
and then I will send the other two at the blue one.
Okay,
Just because he's like pretty close to Zinhorn.
he is.
So
Very
maybe that
close.
will
Mhm.
that will help. I wish you guys could see my dice. I got the Vecna dice. They're so ridiculous.
Nice. Okay, great. So you got a crit on that last one. So the first one is a 17 to hit. It does hit the red one.
Okay, so that is 10 for him.
Very nice. You blast him, and it blasts the top of his head off, and he dies falling into the water below. But as he falls along with the waterfall, he just turns into that same sort of silvery dust and dissipates into the water.
Like a gremlin.
Yep.
Okay, and then these two are for the blue guy.
Yep. So one regular and one crit. Nice. So a 10 and then 16. Nice. 26.
So 26.
Yeah, that one's starting to look pretty hurt too.
Which one?
The blue one.
The blue one right behind
Yeah.
you.
Good.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And then didn't somebody just get some hurting?
Well, yeah, Vertigo just took some hits from the red one.
I will cast Healing Word at level 3 on Vertigo
All right.
for my bonus action. So you get 13 more points back.
Thank you very much.
I'm not cool like Zinhorn.
Okay. So that is Zaylene's turn. Buster.
All right. Yeah. Buster's gonna go find that rock and go
Yep.
right past it.
That makes sense to me.
Boom. And he's going for the bite. The bite. The bite. Oh, baby.
Mm-hmm.
That's not gonna hit. 17.
A 17 does hit.
All right.
So let's get a strength save for him. He's pretty strong. But he only rolled a 2.
Woohoo!
17 piercing damage. He is almost down just from that.
All right. Well, he is down on the ground, so let's see what the claws do. 24 from the claw. With the
Yeah. He just,
prone damage.
yeah. Buster just tears him to pieces, and he what? So everyone's seen that video of the raccoon trying to wash the cotton candy, right?
Yeah.
That's exactly what happens with this slot. Buster is trying to tear him apart, and he just turns into nothing in the water.
Good boy. Who's a good boy?
He's looking up and she's like, oh, where'd it go? Where'd it go? Anyway. All right. Nice work, Buster. Lynn, you're up.
All right. So I assume the gray one does not look particularly hurt.
No.
See what we can do to this guy.
He had taken some damage, but he has regenerated most of it already.
I'm going. Oh, I remember what I was gonna do. Hold on, what is that one? I just need to double check something. Okay. Now, I think I've changed my mind, and I'm going to instead do freezing spears. And I'm going to do that at
I think you can't hit the gray one from where you are because you're so low. I
Oh,
think he's
yeah, you're
behind the
right.
rocks from there.
Okay, well, in that case, I'm going to use Shatter. I'm just going to do it at second level too.
Okay.
So that is a Constitution saving throw 17.
Okay. Where are you targeting it? I think.
Right
What's
between those two guys
So
here.
let's see. Yeah, I guess. Yeah. Okay, I'll allow that. That's fine. Um, so Constitution save for the gray one, who is a death slot, just so you know. Um, Creature type anyway. 21 to hit, or save rather. That's the save, and then the green one gets a 16 to save.
All right. Well, 17 is the
Right. So the green one fails.
score.
The gray one saves.
It's only 10 points of damage.
All right.
Just making sure there's not another.
Okay. And it's thunder damage, correct?
Yes.
They are resistant to that. They're resistant to
Anything they're
most.
not resistant
Well,
to?
yeah. So they're resistant to basically all of the elemental types of damage, but like piercing, slashing, bludgeoning are not. Force damage are not. So, but like fire, cold, lightning, thunder, acid, they are.
Okay. Good to know.
So the gray one takes 2. The green one takes 5.
Well, that was not very impressive, but
Well,
we only have so many spell slots. So.
it's true. It's true. All right.
And crouching back down again.
Okay, great. Zinhorn, your turn.
Okay, is this insect plague up, and will it hurt me if I go in it?
Yes and yes.
Okay. I am. What do I want to do? Are either of the 2 remaining ones still, like, are whole? Have they been damaged?
They've both been hurt, but they've also been regenerating every turn. So I mean, they're not at full, but they have taken damage.
Okay. I'm going to go with just keeping up. So what does Toll the Dead do? It does necrotic damage. Let's try Toll the Dead. On the gray one.
Okay, and that's what save is that?
Wisdom 17.
Okay. That is a fail. 2.
Is the target missing any of its hit points?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
23 points.
Nice. Ouch. They are not resistant to necrotic.
That's pop.
All right. Although that one looks like he's perhaps, despite being the smallest, might be the toughest of them all. But he does take that damage. All right. Staying where you are otherwise?
Yeah. I like us spread out the way we are.
Okay.
Although, I could fly over to here and stand on that rock.
Okay.
That's 30, right? 10,
Uh,
20, 30. Yeah, that's 30.
Sure.
Okay.
Okay. All right. That is the green one's turn now. He's going to regenerate 10 hit points. And then he has already done that one. Yeah, he is going to. What is his range from everybody? He is going to. What does he want to do? I think he is actually going to run up to start trying to intercept where you are, Zinhorn.
Okay.
Yeah, he's going to run up to right there. I think he's just outside the insect plague there. And he's going to dispense with the spells and just like have at you. First is he's going to try to bite you. That's going to be like a 15 to hit.
That'll miss.
Yeah. And then going to try to hit you with his staff twice. And that's going to be, that's also going to miss. 13 to hit. Wow, 3 low rolls. So, but he is furiously slashing at you with his staff, but it just happened to roll poorly as he is hurrying to get over there.
All right.
Okay. And now it is the gray one's turn. He's going to regenerate. And he is going to cast... he's going to cast a spell as well. He is going to cast Fireball right here. So Vertigo and Buster need to save.
Hmm.
Right. What is the save?
Dex.
Yeah, I'll allow it.
Mm,
Okay, those are both fails. So that's 24 fire damage
Yeah.
to the two of you. All right. That is his turn. So, Vertigo, that would be you next.
Okay.
Oh, you know what? I should have had him roll with advantage against the Toll the Dead. I won't undo it, but I want to remember for next time.
okay.
I think once you've found a strategy that's effective, you continue that strategy until faced with other options.
Yeah.
So once more, again,
Attack rolls against the green one and gray one from here will be at disadvantage because it's through the insect plague, which is lightly obscured.
that makes it almost impossible.
If you move up 2 squares, you would have direct line on the green one. Past the insect plague.
Move up here, you mean, or
No, right here.
Oh, okay. Oh, I can see there. Yeah.
North.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. You'll try that.
Okay.
So
So-
again, it's twinned.
Mm-hmm.
Chill touch. First one against the green. It's a 25 to hit,
Hits.
and and against the other one, it's a disadvantage. It's a 10 to hit.
Okay. That is going to miss.
Don't think there's anything I can do about that. So
Mm-hmm.
once again, the hand holds on to the green one for now.
Okay. All right.
I will take a bonus action
Okay.
to consume a spell.
All right.
Done.
Okay. That makes it Zaylene's turn.
Okay. I don't like Gray Guy.
Hmm.
I think he's kind of a jerk for being so small.
Yeah, I hate that.
So- Yeah, he's so small. Look, how dare you be small and a
Mhm.
jerk? I have to. He's like so far away from me though. I have an extra 10 feet still, right, Mark?
Oh, for the long strider, yeah.
It lasts
Yeah.
for an hour. I'm not sure if that's still relevant.
Yeah, it is. I'll say it
Okay.
is.
Yeah, we just got here, I think.
Yeah.
So
Well, no, you had traveled a little ways, but it's still up.
6. Okay, and then. Damn it! I should have counted that before it was my turn. Sorry. Now I have to rethink my strategy. I apologize. Um. Yeah, I guess I'll just fall back on my old standard because he's so far away and
Mhm.
just Eldritch Blast.
Okay, those will both be at disadvantage through the insect plague.
There are 3 of them, so
Okay, well, all three then.
all 3 of them will be at disadvantage.
So I was saying both, targeting against both of the targets, but that, doesn't matter.
I'm just going for the gray
Sure.
guy.
Okay, well, so that first one, it would be a miss for 13. 26 will hit. And wow. And then a
It's
22
these
will
dice.
also hit. Yeah, that
They're
so
the-
so the disadvantage canceled 2 possible crits, but you do hit with 2 of them still.
Okay. So 18.
All right. Gotcha.
All right. And I am gonna heal Nedry again just because, or Vertigo, just because.
Mm-hmm.
He's small.
Okay.
So healing word at level 3. And you get 12 more back.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha. Okay.
Goes off, I forgot.
So that would make it Buster's turn. Moving
Alright.
through the water is difficult terrain, so it would be half movement speed.
Okay. His movement is 30, so he would have to dash to get up there.
Also, the most direct path would take him into the insect plague.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, he might not know to avoid. I'm not going to force him to, but if you think his instinct would be to move, I think he's smart enough to avoid obvious hazards.
That's 15. That's 20, and he's still technically outside of it, right?
I think right there, I would say he is, but if he wants to move that next diagonal, then
Yeah.
he would be in it.
Right. Now, if he goes forward, is he going to push me off the rock?
Yeah, there's no room for him to go any
All
further
right.
west.
All
'Cause
right,
you're in the
so-
way.
Yeah, so he'll squeeze himself in there
Okay,
because he dashed.
right. Gotcha. Okay. Lynn, your turn.
All my best stuff requires me to be a lot closer, and I don't want to be a lot closer.
I mean, I get that for sure.
Okay. All right. Zaleen, we're gonna do this. I am going to use the hither thither wand, and I'm going to put. Let's see. It has to be on a flat surface, so I'm gonna put like. Nope. Put the first portal like right here.
Okay.
And then the second one,
To get to here will take almost all your movement because you're climbing, so you're at half speed.
yeah, it has to be on a flat surface
Sure,
though, so that's why I'm like,
Yeah. Just
unless
for
there's
fun, I will allow that the surface of the water counts. If that's what you want to do.
yeah, I'm trying to make it so that trying not to hurt myself when I come out on the other side. What I was thinking would
I
be
mean, yeah.
like, hold on. have to be within 30 feet. So, like right here
Okay.
ish would be the other one.
All right.
All right. So I'm going to do that and I'm going to leave them open.
Okay.
And then, so it'll be over here. Is that what I said, or did was it here?
I think you had said it was down here, but wherever you want it to be.
Yeah, okay.
Mhm.
Clicking the wrong thing. So, yeah, it should be about here, like on
Mhm.
this rock here.
All right.
Yep. Yeah, I think that's about it.
All right.
So just kind of like wave her over. It's like, come on, let's get this guy. That's my turn.
All right. Bloop, bloop. All right. So that is your turn. Zinhorn, your turn.
All right. So I can move to make room for Buster. Without, and I'm not leaving. I'm just moving. So I'm
Okay.
not. So I'm doing that.
Yeah.
And I am going to do Toll the Dead on this guy.
Green one.
Yep.
Okay. Making a wisdom save with advantage.
17 was the target. He missed.
Okay. Those both fail. So yeah, he fails the wisdom save.
Yep. So 16 points of damage.
All right.
Necrotic.
Oof. Yep.
And I'm just gonna say Buster, kill, and point at him.
Okay. So then it is his turn, and he's gonna look at you and then look at Buster. And he's gonna actually move over here and attack Buster. Gonna try to bite him. Getting low rolls. That's a 16 to hit, which I don't think hits Buster.
Nope.
And with the staff, 25 to hit
That'll hit.
for 8 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
And then I guess he gets his reaction thing, right?
Yep. He does.
Mhm. Then he missed with the second staff attack.
And I can do the bite as a reaction.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That will be a 23 to hit.
Hits. Okay.
And he has to make his saving throw.
He fails. Takes the 21 piercing damage.
And he is prone.
Mm-hmm. Okay. He didn't move far enough though to be out of movement though, so he is going to stand back up and not be prone.
All right.
He had enough movement left to do that. But that is the end of his turn. The gray one, I think as you emerge from the portal and are looking around, Lynn, you find him looking at you and he gives you a big toothy grin, and he is going to suddenly hop and he's running straight over here to you. And he is going to make some attacks. First, he's going to try to bite you. He gets a 26 to hit
Nope, that'll do it.
for 12 piercing and 5 necrotic. And then he has a great sword that he's going to swing at you twice. That first one's only a 13 to hit, which I think probably misses
Nope.
you. And then the second one is a dirty 20 to hit. And it's going to do 11 slashing damage and 5 necrotic damage. And he is also regenerating. All right. That is his turn. So Vertigo, you're up.
Okay. Hmm. So I have a clear shot at the green one, and again the obscured shot towards the gray. Right?
Yeah. And what's the range of your chill touch?
120 feet.
Oh, okay.
So it's not that.
Yeah, no problem then.
Yeah, I don't think I have much other choice. I can't get.
Canceling their
Far
regeneration though is such a big deal for these guys.
Yeah, well, I hope so. So yeah, once again, speeds it up and casts Chill Touch first against the green. It's a 21 to hit,
For sure.
and then against the gray, it's 12.
Okay, 12 will miss, but 21 to hit with 21 necrotic damage on the green one. That one he's starting to look fairly hurt too. But the gray one is missed. You get the sense that several of Zaylene's conjured bugs eat up most of the damage there.
Okay,
Okay. Anything else for your turn?
I don't think so.
Okay. All right. That makes it Zaylene's turn.
Okay, so I'm gonna hop down and follow Lynn through the portal.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe if I don't play on the right screen, I'm not going anywhere. I was on the Twitch screen. So I'm gonna pop through the portal. Phew, come out here, and I'm gonna cast. What is it? How do you pronounce it, Starla? What is it? Gaish.
Gaish?
Oh,
Gaish?
gas.
That's like
Mhm.
yeah. I don't know.
Geese.
Gaslight him.
I'm gonna gaslight this guy.
Mm.
So it's a Wisdom 18.
I would love for this to work.
Me too.
He's actually not great at wisdom, but he does get advantage. So I'm rolling it twice. We'll see. Oh, shit. Natural 20 on the first one.
Ugh. Rude.
Yeah, sorry. That would have been cool, but,
I've been wanting to cast that spell for
dice is dice,
ages.
though.
I know.
Another time. Geisha's time will come. Okay.
Yes. And then for my bonus action, I am going to cast Hexblade's Curse on that guy right in front of me.
Yeah.
So
Do the green
he's
dot.
now cursed.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Okay. Okay, Buster's turn.
Oh yeah. Buster's feeling it.
Mm-hmm.
One more. Let's do it. 12.
12 is not going to hit.
That's not going to do it, Buster.
Mm-mm.
Another 12.
Oh,
is
no.
not gonna
Yeah.
hit. Oh man, come on, Buster.
Oh.
A
Oh
9.
no, that's a bad round for Buster. I think with this terror and reality above him and the insect plague to the left in the water, it's just very overstimulating. He's just a little bit overwhelmed. There's
Yep.
too many variables. Okay, Lynn, you're up. You also just got, cut to shit by the greatsword.
Well, now I can do what I wanted to do originally,
Mm.
and we're gonna make him dance.
Dance.
Dance for me.
Yeah.
Yes.
Uh,
Little
so-
Otto's irresistible dance.
Yes, absolutely. So I believe that the dancing for this guy takes the form of definitely like the heavy metal, like head banging. You know, holding up the horns, and he is doing mosh pit style slam dancing. All right.
And
Well,
and then,
wait. Actually, so hang on.
Hmm?
Let me just
What?
double check something. Okay. Yeah, he is. He's not immune to charmed or anything. And then he'll get advantage on the saving throw to throw it off, but he doesn't make it to begin with. Okay. Yep.
So, but I'm also going to hit him with unsettling words
Okay.
also,
All right.
so that the next time he has to, yeah, he's got a 1d12 he has to take away from his next saving throw.
Gotcha. Oh man. Okay. I forgot. You don't even just get the save at the end of your turn. You have to use your action to save.
Yep.
That's a good spell.
Suck it, sluts.
All right. Nice. So, anything else for your turn?
Nope, that's it.
Okay.
Oh, I should probably like move just a little bit.
He will get to make an attack roll against you if you move out of his range.
Will he though?
When he's dancing, his attack rolls are at disadvantage, but he can still make them. Must use all his movement to dance without leaving his space. Has disadvantage on dexterity saving throws and attack rolls.
Okay. Yeah, you know what? I think I'm actually just gonna stay here. I don't think I need to go.
All right.
I'm good.
Good.
Yeah.
I like it. Okay. Zinhorn.
Alrighty.
Buster's looking a little flustered. Flustered Buster.
Yep. Well, I think it's time for Buster to feel a little bit better. In fact, I think it's time for Rushama to heal my allies.
Nice.
And, oh crap, why do I always lose this stuff? I think he gets, what, 70 points? 80 points.
Well, I think.
Yeah, 80.
Okay.
It is 80.
Yeah, so that's a total amount that you can divide how you like.
Yeah, he needs, like, all 80. I think.
All right.
Yeah. Is that right? Oh, it helps if you put it in healing and not in damage. Got it. Okay, Buster is now feeling a lot better. And for my bonus action, I am going to cast Spiritual Weapon at 4th level and attack the guy right next to me.
Okay.
And I got a 28.
All right. 28 certainly hits, yeah.
13
All right.
points of damage.
Okay. He's looking pretty hurt, but not down yet.
All right.
All right. That makes it the green guy's turn. He is going to... Yeah. He is going to cast a spell aimed in the direction of Buster. Buster needs to make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
That is a failure. Buster, his eyes suddenly go wide, and all of this scary stuff that's been happening around him is suddenly too much. He is now frightened, And while he is frightened, he must take the dash action and move away from the green slot by the safest available route on each of its turns.
Okay, it's not his turn yet.
No, but on his turn, yeah, he
Right.
will have to run away. Yeah, what was the? Hang on, I'm double checking. And he. The only thing that lets him make the save is if the green one breaks concentration, or if Buster can get out of line of sight of the slot.
Or, if I kill the green one.
Well, I did say if the green one breaks concentration.
Okay.
But yeah, so that is the green one's turn. Yeah. Okay. And so now it's the gray one's turn. And rather than use his action to try to get rid of the dance, he's going to try the method of trying to break concentration as well. So he is going to try to attack you, Lynn, with disadvantage. But let's see. The bite is a 24 to hit,
Ooh, yeah.
8 piercing damage, and 5 necrotic damage. So 13 total, and need you to make a constitution for the concentration.
Okay. I'm not great at these, but I still have inspiration left over, so if it goes really poorly. Oh,
Yeah?
yes. 19.
Okay, so you maintained concentration for now. He's also going to attack with his greatsword. And with disadvantage, that is still a 22 to hit.
Ah.
For 14 slashing damage and 5 necrotic damage, total of 19.
Yeesh. Okay.
And then one more concentration check.
Ugh. 15.
A 15 is, I think, still enough because it's 10 or half the damage, whichever's higher. So 19 damage would still only require 10. So that still saves. Third greatsword attack.
Oh.
Or second greatsword attack, third attack total. But that's a 15 to hit.
Nope.
All right, so he misses with that one and continues dancing. All right. That is his turn. Vertigo.
So he's moving in an unpredictable, predictable pattern, which makes it advantage, which cancels out the disadvantage.
Yeah. So
Remains track.
yeah, attack rolls against him would be at advantage, which cancels out the disadvantage.
All right. Well, I know my part to play, so I will cast once again twin cast chill touch. This time it's an even roll.
I
against
should have had
each.
him regenerate from that last one, but let me. Go ahead, do your rolls.
Okay, so against the green. Oh, that's an 8. Do I feel like hitting? I feel like hitting.
Hmm?
Can I do anything about that? No. Wait, no, that's a skill check. I can't do anything against this. Okay, so I missed the green.
Alas.
But 16 might hit the gray.
A 16 does not hit the gray, unfortunately. It sort of glances off one of the spikier bits of this thick hide and does not land. Does not connect. That one's the toughest one.
No, I can't move or can't do anything else. So that's it.
All right. Zaleen.
Now that I am here with my new friend, this Slod, I actually would like to cast Vampiric Touch on him
Okay.
at level 4. Is it at disadvantage?
If it's an attack roll against him, then yes. No, if it's an attack roll against him, then it's at advantage for you.
Okay, so 24.
Yeah, that hits.
10.
All right. He takes that 10 necrotic damage.
Thanks to Paul, I don't get anything back.
Thanks, Paul, for
Thanks a
healing me
lot,
from
Paul.
before.
Thanks a
You're
lot.
welcome.
Okay,
Wow,
cool.
tough crowd.
Anything else on your turn? Okay. All right. That makes it your turn again, Lynn.
Man, okay. This is going right along at a nice little clip here now.
Mm.
Uh,
Yeah, it helps when there's, only 2 enemy turns instead of 4.
all right. So let me see.
You know he can't move to follow you, so if you went back through the tunnel, he would get the opportunity attack, but he wouldn't be able to keep wailing on you the whole turn.
Yeah. Okay. I think I can do. Oh no, I'll probably hit Zaleen. No, is the thing. Okay.
Listen, hit me, baby. I don't even care. I'm
I do.
I'm at full health though.
Okay. Well,
So if you need to
I'm
do something, I'm not going to be upset about it.
okay. I'm going to use lightning bolt,
Okay.
and I'm gonna do it at. I'm gonna do it at 5th level.
Okay. He's going to make a disadvantage. Well, no, so the dex would be at advantage because of his magical resistance, but then disadvantage because of the dance. So straight check. Dex save. That's a fail. Or wait, no. Wait. I guess it's an 18. The little virtual die made it look like it. Yeah, it was like it's cocked on the screen, but what it came up with as the result is 18.
Okay.
All
So,
right.
it's gonna.
Also, that's gonna hit that other guy up there too.
Is it?
Yeah, it's in a line, and anything within like 5 feet of that line gets hit.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. Fair enough. Okay. So, so it's 19. That would be going to the gray one, but he is resistant, so it's going to be 9. The other one, the green one, is going to make his dex check with advantage. And got a natural 20. So he's also going to save, but and he's also going to take 9 total. But he is also very hurt, so like he does not have the hit points to spare. He's on the verge of going out himself. All right.
Right. And then yeah, I'm gonna move.
Okay.
um
You're going to get an opportunity attack at disadvantage.
yeah, I think I'm gonna go back through the portal
All right.
just because it's easy.
Sure. He's going to try to get you with the greatsword. Disadvantage. Well, that first roll is pretty good. Yeah, that's a 25 to hit
Ugh.
for 13 slashing and 10 necrotic for 23. So you have to get an 11 for your concentration check.
Ooh, and I'm down to 9 hit points now, so okay.
All right.
Okay, I'm gonna use my inspiration. Can I reroll that?
Well, you're
Or how does that work? Like, does that
your
add to
bardic
it, or what?
inspiration is you add your inspiration. Can you just
No,
do...
it's inspiration you gave me.
Oh, okay. Then in that case, then yes, you can reroll. So I think rules as written, strictly speaking, you're supposed. Oh no, it's worse. Okay, so unfortunately, that means
Never mind.
The dance finishes. Interestingly enough, one of the changes that they have announced for the updated player's handbook that's coming is that they're going to change to what they call heroic inspiration, which you get in essentially the same way. But what it changes is that instead of essentially getting advantage on one d20 roll, you can use it to, after the fact, re-roll any dice roll. So let's say you got a crit on a fireball, and you get excited to roll, 16 d6s, and then they're all super low. You can use your heroic inspiration to redo that roll, for example, instead of only a d20 roll. I think that's pretty neat.
Mm-hmm.
All right, but yes, the
Um,
dancing ends, alas.
So hold on. Let's see. I used lightning, but like that was my turn, right? I used lightning bolt on
Yeah,
my
and then
turn.
moved.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So because I think it takes an action to. Oh, as a bonus action while holding the wand, you can close both portals, ending the effect, or suppress one portal, causing it to disappear. Okay.
Yeah, as a bonus action,
I'm gonna
you could do
suppress that. Yeah, I'm gonna suppress that one portal so that he can't come after me because
Okay.
whew,
Hmm.
I'm hurting a lot.
Okay, yeah. All right. That was your turn. Zinhorn.
All right. I am going to cast. What do I have left in the way of spells? I have a 3rd level spell. I am going to cast. Healing Word on Lynn. Oh, wait, 60 feet. Hold on.
Yeah, I think you might be out of range.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, that's 70 feet, right. So if I move over here, I'm 10 foot closer.
You would be entering the insect plague.
Am I?
Yeah.
I'll take it.
Okay. So you have to what's the save for the insect plague, Saline? All right. We've got a just a moment gesture.
It's a 18 Constitution. I couldn't remember if it was Constitution.
Okay.
Okay. Failed.
Okay, so you're going to take the was it 48? Well, so I think Jenny's rolling it. Yeah.
Okay.
It's D10s. Sorry.
Okay. Oh no. So that's 30 piercing damage for you there, Zinhorn.
Ouch. All right, but
But worth it perhaps to give
yeah.
15 hit points to Lynn.
To Lynn.
Yeah.
Keep Lynn on her feet.
Mm-hmm.
And then my there it is. Spiritual weapon against the green one.
Okay.
16.
A 16 does hit, I believe, that guy. Where's my tool? Yeah. Yes. 16 just hits that guy.
All right. 14 points of damage.
His head just sort of explodes into this silver powder, and then the rest of his body follows.
All right, and Buster is
no longer has to run away.
No longer has to run
Yeah.
away next
Mm-hmm.
turn. I yell out, "Hey, Zaleen, can you drop this insect plague?"
I'm like, no, they have a mind of their own. They dissipate in 10 minutes. Sorry.
Is that true? It's not so it's not concentration, but
It
that
is
also
It is concentration, but I can't drop it. Like,
Oh.
it's weird. Like, I can't
That
just
is
say,
weird.
well, I'm done.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Didn't anybody ever use it when you were playing Baldur's Gate 3?
Uh,
Like, Halson used to cast it all the time, and I'd be like, this is great. And then it wouldn't go anywhere, and we would all get hurt and be really mad.
interesting.
Yeah. Because I actually looked, I was like, can I just drop that now? No. But if I lose concentration, I think you lose control over the area or something, or they scatter. I don't know.
I'm looking at this spell, and I think that might be a Baldur's Gate thing. Because It says this remains for the duration, but that's pretty much what all concentration spells say. I think if it
Yeah,
requires
I don't know.
so if it requires concentration, it doesn't say there's anything about like losing control of it like a conjured thing because
Well,
like read
I
this.
think it's just that you can't drop it. I mean, usually when you have something like that, it tells you, it takes an action to drop it, or you can drop it with a bonus action. That's all I mean.
Okay. I'm used to anything that is concentration. You can just with a free action, you can choose to end it anytime you want. So if you like, I will rule that in this case, but you can also keep it up if you want.
Yeah, I will. If I could have taken it down, I would have.
Okay, well, let's
I didn't
take it
think I
down.
could, so.
We'll leave the one in, but that hit for Zinhorn, but certainly can drop it now. That's my interpretation of looking at the spell.
Yeah, I thought that because it didn't tell you how to drop it. Like you.
Yeah. It's those controlling spells. All right. That is Zinhorn's turn. End of your turn, Zinhorn?
Yep.
All right.
My turn.
I
can move.
Yeah.
So I moved 10 already.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna fly over to here.
All right. Zaleen, this creature looks at the little portal that's no longer working, and then he looks at you and kind of grins, and then snaps his fingers in the direction of Lynn and casts Fireball. So that's a dex save, Lynn.
What's the range here?
That's a natural 20.
Okay. Well, it means
Nice.
Yeah, inside of range.
So 28 total.
okay. Well, so that means that you will take half of this damage.
Probably still going down. Sorry, guys.
Well, we'll see.
Can you put my token for my spiritual weapon on the board?
Okay, give me. I'm in the middle of something, but thanks. Just a moment. Also, I don't think you'll have time to get it over there, but I'll put it on. Okay, so it's a total of 30, but you take half damage, so that's 15 for you. Good thing that Zimmer gave you that last heal.
Yeah. But that basically just negated everything.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So that is Mr. Gray's turn there. So Vertigo, your turn.
Okay. Let us try to move closer. Let's see.
Yeah, kind of running across that area. Well,
Mhm.
walking quickly, I guess. Now what the range is. Still that. So that's not going to matter. Although, I mean, I won't be twinning the spell, but I'll still be doing chill touch.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. 15 to hit.
15 does not hit, I'm afraid.
No. That's it.
Okay. Zaleen. Oh, and he should have regenerated on his last turn. Okay. Yeah.
I would like to use my shouting action to yell across the pond. I was gonna heal you! I was gonna use life transference and now you're too far away! And the portal's broken. Thanks a lot. That's my free action. And with my normal human action,
In
I'm
Lynn's
gonna
defense,
do-
if he could have hit her 3 times with his sword instead of the fireball, it probably would have done more total damage.
yeah, but I could have just brought her back up with life transference. I mean, she would have been fine.
All right, so sorry, go ahead.
No, it's okay. I am going to use. I'm running out of stuff here. I had an idea and then I lost it. Oh, I'm gonna do Toll the Dead.
Okay.
So
He gets a wisdom save with advantage. Although he's not especially good at those. That's a 15 and a 2. So I think that
27.
15 doesn't match your save. 27. Nice.
Mhm.
Now this guy isn't too hurt because he's the toughest and he's been regenerating almost all the damage he's been taking so far. But that's still a significant hit.
And oh man. Oh wait, I also get to roll my Hexblade, don't I?
Uh,
My Hexblade's
yep.
curse.
Mhm.
Yeah, I forgot.
is
about
that only for when you make a melee attack or is it on any attack? No, I think it is any.
it. I think it's
attack.
every attack.
Yeah, I think
Once
I
per
think you're right. Go ahead and do it.
You
It's
can
fine.
see.
Yeah, I
plus
think
6.
I'm pretty sure that's right. So another it did a D20.
What?
It did a
rolled
D20
the
roll.
D20.
Yeah.
It's like hit this D6 button, but it was live. Okay, here it goes. Maybe.
3. Another 3 damage. That do.
So 30 total.
Hmm. Yeah.
30.
You did. All right.
That's it.
Okay, Buster's turn.
All right. Buster is going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Okay. I think one more back because the he had to go over the one square of water. They'll say, yeah.
Okay.
There we go. Okay. But so that would, so I mean, I guess he could dash though if he's not using his.
Yeah, he's gonna dash.
All right. Okay. All right. That makes it Lynn's turn.
Again? Okay.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
Unless you don't
I'm-
want to do anything, you can just
Yeah.
sit there.
Let's see. Where is? Oh, it's the mandolin. I am going to use my mandolin to do cure wounds and get 18 hit points back.
All right.
And yeah, I think that's about all I can do.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna trying to decide if I should reactivate the portal or not, because like Buster's there.
Hmm.
Yeah. Bonus action. I'm going to. Let me think.
It's a dilemma.
Yeah. I think I'm just gonna leave it and just hope.
All right.
Sorry.
So you're leaving.
No,
it-
nobody asked me to turn it back on, so.
All right. Okay. So Zinhorn, your turn. I think that these 2 squares right here, you would have
Yeah.
to make a save to stand on them. Not a high DC, but just it's like a narrow ledge in that spot.
Okay. That's okay. I can fly. Yeah, Nedry's heading over this way. So I can step up there. I still have line of sight
Yep.
past Buster.
Mhm.
And so I still had movement on this guy. He moves 15, so that's 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And
So normally it would only be, you can only move it 20 feet per round.
oh, right, but it wasn't on the board for
Oh,
me to
okay.
move
Yeah,
it
you
last
could have
round.
moved it last time. Okay, that's fair.
Right.
Mhm.
So 20, which means I have another 10 feet.
Yep.
Yeah. Is that right?
Yeah. I think. Well,
Oh,
I
good.
didn't measure it, but I'll trust you.
All right. Yeah, I think that's right.
Mhm.
And so I can hit him with that, and hit Lynn with more healing.
Okay.
So we're gonna do spiritual
Out of range.
weapon.
Out of range for healing
Oh,
word.
still out of range.
Yeah.
Okay. And so the
18. 18 does hit though.
okay. He's going to take 12 points of damage from that, and
Alright.
then I will cast Toll the Dead.
Okay.
17 wisdom.
Yeah. He did just roll a natural 18, so it's going to save on that one. Okay. His turn. He is going to use one of his attacks to shove Zaleen. So make an athletics. I think with shove it's just athletics. I don't know if you can acrobatics out of it. Let me double check that.
Is there any particular place he's shoving me, or
Into
just...
the water, of course.
Okay. Okay.
So yeah, you can do athletics or acrobatics to contest. Let me roll his attack
Okay.
with that. He got a 23.
I just got a 17, so
Yeah. So he shoves you into the water. And it's water, so I'm going to say it would be 30 feet. So I'm going to say it's half because you're hitting the water, not ground. So I'm going to say I'm going to do roll 3d6 and then you take half that.
okay.
So it would be 13, so it's going to be six bludgeoning damage as you kind of tumble down the cliff and into the water there. And that was just one of his attacks. The other one is he's going to turn to Buster with the greatsword. And that's a 27 to hit.
That will hit.
For 11 slashing damage and 3 necrotic.
So that's 14.
Yep. And then the second attack, and he gets his reaction attack if he wants to make it.
Yep. Bloody Rampage. Oh, sorry.
Yep.
He's going to go for the bite.
Okay.
16 to hit.
Misses. And then that's the second greatsword attack is a 24 to hit for another 14 damage.
Okay.
And gosh. You know what? I think he's gonna jump into the water after Zaleen. The Gray Render's stat block is weird because it doesn't explicitly say that Bloody Rampage thing takes the reaction, but it just doesn't make any sense that it wouldn't to me.
I agree.
All right, so he just used his reaction, so I don't think he gets an additional opportunity attack here. But the slot is going to have the same half of 3d6 for the fall. So he's going to take 7, but he's also regaining 10 with his regeneration. But he jumps down there to follow you, but he's now 30 feet down in the water next to Zaleen. All right, Vertigo.
So here's where D&D and trigonometry don't meet. He's 30 feet down,
Yeah.
so it's at least 30 feet no matter how close I get to him, or
It's yeah, it's yeah, it is you know, especially using a 2D map, it makes it extra hard, right? You know,
Yeah.
but I would say yes, you know, because even if you were like for example, from where the spiritual weapon is, you would have to move the spiritual weapon 30 feet to get down to him.
Okay. Well, that messes up ranges. But
Mhm.
and is there a height difference in the in these levels?
I would say there would be some, but let's ignore it. You know,
Well,
it's
if it
like
puts me,
minor, negligible, let's say.
but if it puts me closer to 30,
Oh, no, I would say if anything, the bridge is higher than the ledge on the side.
oh, okay. All right. Well, I will move where I can, which I think is there.
Yeah, because you can see where like the waterfall is below the bridge part, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, it's not 30 feet away. It's more than 30.
Yeah.
So I can't do that. Can't do that. Those won't work. Okay. Distance is weird. Space and
Mhm.
time anomalies abound. I guess it's just another chill touch then.
Okay.
It's all I got. 17 to hit.
17 does not hit. Guy's got tough rubbery hide.
No, I'm done.
All right. That makes it Zaylene's turn. You're in the water. It's difficult terrain around you right now. This guy just jumped down after you. Oh, did you make a concentration check for your vampiric touch from falling?
No, I forgot.
All right.
But I will do that right now.
You only have to get the 10 for that one. 17 does it easily. All right.
Mm-hmm. So I'm trying to remember how that works.
I think you just make another attack roll against him if that's
Yeah.
what you want to do again.
And it's a disadvantage because of the difficult terrain and because we're.
I wouldn't have said disadvantage unless you want it to be. Disadvantage is just.
I don't.
Yeah, so no, roll it straight. You would only have the difficult terrain in this case is only going to make you your movement speed be halved.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, 22 will hit.
Alrighty.
Don't forget your Hexblade's curse.
And one more. One.
All right, well, you know.
But 6 points.
Every little bit helps. Okay.
And that means I don't add my Hexblade's curse die to the half necrotic damage, like when I get.
You know what? I'll allow it in this case.
Okay.
You know, to make it 6 so that you can get back 3.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll allow that. All right.
Thanks.
Sure. I'm a nice DM.
And then can I use my bonus action to just sort of push him away from me? Just be like,
I mean,
I'm not trying to hurt him. I just want to get him out. Like, don't be so close to me.
Yes, you can. For total just fluff, yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. That's what I do.
Okay. Buster's turn. I think, as eager as he is, I think I'm going to need a check from you on your turn, Zinhorn, to have him jump down a 30-foot cliff.
Okay.
If that's what you were going to want him to do.
Yeah.
I know, but I mean, I don't think he would do it on his turn without direction from you.
Okay. So mechanically.
I'm saying that, like, on his turn, I don't think he would jump down.
Okay.
But if you, on your turn, want to tell him to, we can make a check, and then he would jump down on his next turn.
All right.
I'm just, even, it's a waterfall. It's not obviously safe. In fact, definitely not safe. It's just a relative thing, right?
Right.
Yeah. Plus, Zaylene's down there. He wouldn't want to crush her.
No, he would not want to crush her.
But yeah, so I think he can sort of pace back and forth on the cliff, growling down it.
There's no way down other than.
Not from there.
So like he couldn't go like
No.
along
It's-
the cliffside.
I
and
mean,
then
he
come
could,
in
but
this
it's good.
way?
I mean, it's not, it's going to be a 30-foot jump into the water.
Oh, okay.
That's what I'm saying is that I
Right.
think, yeah,
All right, then he'll just
that's not
We'll
something
stay-
he's used to doing. Fighting things, sure. Jumping off
Okay.
cliffs, less so. I'm not sure that you would want him to be trained to think he can always just jump off cliffs, frankly.
probably not. Yeah.
All right, so I hope that doesn't seem unfair.
No.
All right, Lynn, you're up.
Okay. Let's see, 120 feet. So, okay. I am going to use Bigby's hand,
Okay.
and put that guy right. So basically, I want to grab that guy, grapple him with
Mhm.
Bigby's hand.
Okay, let me try to. Where is it? I have a token I've used before and it's not finding it.
Yes, there is definitely a hand you've used, and it was very cool.
To the hand.
Now, why is it? Oh, come on. Why it's the search for my little target, my little icons is going very slow. Okay, there we go. Yeah. Let's rotate it like hiya. I'll just leave it right there to indicate it's grappling. It's
Crushing
going to
your
try to grapple him.
crush.
All right. So
Okay,
he
yes.
does he make a save?
That would be grasping hand, I believe. Yes. The target is medium or smaller. I have advantage. Let's see.
So is it like a grapple check?
Yeah. Yeah, you use the hand strength score to resolve
Okay.
the result of the grapple.
All right. Well,
Okay.
so woo. Yeah. Okay. He has pretty good strength, but he rolled poorly, so he only got a 9. All right.
13.
Nice. So it has got him grappled for the moment.
And then bonus action. Hold on. Where did it go? I lost it again. Bonus action, I can have the hand crush it.
Okay.
The target would take 2d6 bludgeoning damage.
Okay. Sure.
Lynn is totally crushing it. today.
Plus your spellcasting modifier.
Oh, okay. And that's charisma, so that's +9.
Okay.
So 4 plus 9 is 13.
Wait. Where are you getting +9 from?
It's your ability
spellcast?
modifier, not your spellcasting
Oh.
total.
Yeah.
Okay. Wait.
So, it would be just your plus. If you have
Yeah,
an 18,
plus-
it would be just +4.
yeah, +4. Okay.
Yeah, not
yeah.
with proficiency. So
Okay.
+8, or so that's 8 total. All right.
Yes, 8 total.
Gotcha.
I have a question on that first turn.
Mhm.
Because Bigby's hand pops into being. Do I still get movement on the hand?
Do you want it to try to drag him or something?
Yes.
Is that what you're saying? I think you need to use your bonus action to move it. Correct? Because you used your bonus action to have it squeeze already.
Yeah.
When you cast the spell and as a bonus action on subsequent turns, you can move the hand up to 60 feet and then
Okay.
cause one of the following effects. So you've already caused the effect, so the move part
Okay.
of this turn is done.
All right. That's fine. I was just curious.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a complicated spell.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Okay.
But cool.
And then me personally, Lynn, I'm gonna hop over to the other side of the. Oh wait, I
You use your bonus. You
can't
can't
do
yeah,
that.
have to-
Yeah.
You can't.
And so I have to make the portal
wait.
come back. But anyway,
Mhm.
go ahead. Sorry.
All right, no, that's all right. So Zintorn, your turn.
Alrighty. I'm gonna tell Buster to if it's not dead by the time you're ready to move, why don't you go help Lynn, or go help Lynn. I'm not gonna make it optional.
Help Lynn
Zaleen?
or
No, Zaleen.
Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah. So go ahead and make animal handling check. It's not a terribly high DC.
25.
Yeah, no problem. He's like. "Ruh, mm." All right. So that isn't any
Okay.
kind. That was a free action for you. What else do you want to do on your turn?
Whack him with the hammer.
No. So you have to move the hammer down
Oh.
far enough. So only with 20 feet, you can't move it all the way on this turn, but you can move it the 20 feet down in his
All right,
direction.
so I move it 20 feet down.
Yeah.
In his direction. He doesn't happen to be 10 feet tall or anything,
No.
does he?
Alas, no.
So I move that, and then now I have inspiration. Does that help in like forcing him to re-roll a saving throw or something?
No, but you can add it if you miss an attack roll.
But it has to be
Or
an
you can,
attack
if
roll.
you have to do a saving throw, it could add to that.
Right.
Yeah.
But I'm making him do a saving
No.
throw. All right. So I guess I could do guiding bolt. I'm gonna do guiding bolt at 3rd level.
Okay.
And I'm gonna use my inspiration.
yeah.
So do
So
I
an 11 would.
re-roll, or?
So no, and what you roll the bardic inspiration dice, which I think is a D12. Is that right?
Yeah,
Lynn?
D12.
Yeah. So you roll a D12, and if you get 7 or higher, alas, not quite.
Alas.
A 6 makes it go up to 17, but that's not quite enough. All right.
All right. Now it was like chain.
Oh wait, so
Inspiration.
just double check. Bigby's hand, when it's got him grappled, is he restrained or just grappled?
Let me see.
Because if he's restrained, then you Zinhorn would have gotten advantage on the attack roll.
Let's see. While the hand is grappling the target. Nope, that's not it. If you use to resolve, it just says grapple. So
Okay, yeah. So if he's
Although
would be
that- yeah,
restrained, it would
that's-
specifically say so.
Yeah, that seems odd. That that.
Well,
I guess he could
mean,
just
some
have him
things
by
do
the
and
ankle or something.
Yeah,
right?
exactly. Some things do and some things don't. It's more powerful if it also so it's different. Okay, it's doing lots of other things instead of that one. I just wanted to double check. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
So that is Zinhorn's turn. Restrained would also mean that he would have disadvantage on his own attacks. But he doesn't. And I think he is going to go ahead and just go to attack you, Zaleen. Try to bite you. That's going to be a 25 to hit.
Definitely.
For 13 piercing and 9 necrotic.
22 total.
Mm-hmm. And then
Okay.
a 21 to hit for the first, or excuse me, that's for the greatsword. I rolled the claws one, but he's attacking with the greatsword. So 21 to hit, which was going to be okay. 8 slashing damage and 6 necrotic, so 14 total.
Hellish Rebuke.
Oh. Okay. Yeah, he'll make a
hang
dex
on.
save with advantage because of his magical resistance. That's only a 14 though.
That fails.
Mm-hmm.
Hang on, I'm trying to read. What the hell?
All right.
4th level, so it goes be damage increased by 1.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I need 4 dice.
Okay.
So that's
It only rolled a 1d10.
I know. It's like I don't even know how to play.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just gonna roll d10s,
Yeah, that's fine.
maybe.
But go ahead and resolve that. So, and he's going to be attacking with his greatsword again. Dirty 20 for. So it looks like you got 20 total for your
Mhm.
fire damage, which
Yeah,
he's
Hellish
resistant
Rebuke.
to, so he'll take half of that.
Okay.
But and then his third attack was a dirty 20 to hit for another 14 damage.
Okay.
Okay. Your Hexblade's curse doesn't require concentration, I don't think.
No.
Okay. All right.
No, but Vampiric Touch does.
Oh yeah, yeah. So that's three checks that are all going to need to be at a 10, at least. 16.
7.
Oh, I did. Yeah, I see that first one. Okay, yeah. So
Yeah.
unfortunately, yeah, the vampiric touch is
Mhm.
lost.
Okay.
But that is his turn. So Vertigo.
Okay. How bad does Zaleen look at this point? He just took a bunch of hits, though, right? And
Yeah.
Lynn
I'm
never
at-
looked good, right?
I think
I'm
Lynn is,
at like Lynn is worse off than me. I'm not at half yet.
Okay.
but also
so-
Lynn, I think, might be out of range for a lot of spells for you.
No, not for this spell, because I have to ridiculously overcast, because all I have
Okay.
left is a 7th level spell.
All right.
I'm trying to figure out which is the best use of that spell.
Mhm.
If you're not in dire need yet, then
Well,
that's
she
okay.
she
good.
is thankfully safe on the other side of the
Well,
map.
it was
for now.
mostly is Zaleen, being charred,
sure.
chopped to bits in the middle. But
Mhm.
if not, then, yeah,
Soon.
I'll hold on to that spell then for a critical moment. Probably not. Then it's back to cantrip time. So,
Okay.
nothing else I can do. So, 14 to hit misses. I'm done.
Yeah. All right. Zaleen, it's your turn.
I'm gonna cast invisibility on myself,
Okay.
and I'm going to start slowly swimming away.
All right. So he will get a disadvantage attack.
Yep.
So the first one would be a 27. The second one is still an 18.
Yeah, that hits.
So that's another 15 slashing damage and 10 necrotic damage.
Okay.
And so that needs a 12 concentration check for the invisibility.
Mm-hmm.
Now, invisibility used to give you like +4 to your armor class. Does that?
No, it's disadvantage on the
Oh,
attack.
just-
roll.
And now I'm visible.
Okay, but you did successfully move away because that's what triggered the attack. So you can have moved away. You do have difficult terrain, so you're half movement in the water, but you can get out
That
of his
is
range.
20 feet.
Well, 15.
Because
oh,
we
well,
have-
yeah, because
no,
you
I
have
have
your long
long
strider.
strider.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
I think you only moved 10. Did you want to move more?
Are they 5?
They're 5, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
There. I thought they were 10 in my brain.
Nope.
Okay. Yeah, that's that.
All right. That is Zaleen's turn. Buster's turn. It is his turn, and it is still alive, so he can
All right.
jump down there. He will
He's gonna,
take a.
like, jump over here to where he can just jump straight into the water and avoid the rocks.
Yeah. He's still going to take 6 bludgeoning damage from falling.
Okay.
All right. All right. Yep.
Yep. got it.
Okay. See.
And he is going to
Hmm?
attack.
All right.
Fight. 24.
24 will hit. He makes the strength save and gets a 16, so it just makes it not prone. But he does take that 25 damage. Starting to look a little more hurt than he has been so far. The 12 will miss on the claws.
Okay.
17 also misses on the claws.
All right.
Okay. Okay, so that's Buster's turn.
That's Buster's turn. Yep.
All right, Lynn.
Okay. So first thing, I'm trying to figure out my order of operations here.
Mm-hmm.
So I can use my action to move the hand. This is like,
I think it was bonus action.
Yeah. Bonus action, you can move and then take one of the effects.
Mhm.
So grappled,
okay.
crushed, all those things.
Okay, so if I wanted to move it like 10 feet below the surface,
It's not deep enough.
not deep enough.
No.
Okay, well, that's
Yeah.
stupid. Okay. Then I'm just gonna go with
I
other
like
thing
the
that I
idea
was-
in concept, though. So in another place where, like, if it was in the center of this area, I think I would allow that. But you're right on the
Well,
edge there.
There is a falling waterfall right there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it doesn't matter because I'm going to use Psychic Lance instead.
Okay. That's an
That's
intelligence save.
Yeah, Intelligence 17.
Okay. Well, he gets advantage from a magical resistance. Let's see how that goes. That first roll was pretty bad. But he does get a dirty 20 on the second one, the advantage roll.
Well,
so.
he won't be incapacitated, but he gonna take 11.
All right. 11 psychic damage. Okay. Okay. That is his turn, or rather Lynn's turn, or anything else?
Oh, because I still wanted to crush him a little
Yeah.
bit.
Mhm.
With the how far? Oh, let me move him back away from the falls. Then,
Okay.
like, is that going to require another grapple check?
No, you're still grappled, but I would say you can only move half of the hand's speed because it's pulling him. So how far is that?
Like 10 feet.
60
really
feet
not-
it can move. So
Okay, so it could pull.
Oh
it
wait,
could-
yeah. I forgot about like Zaylene's trying to get away from him.
I mean, you tell me. You don't have to move him as far as you can. Move him
Yeah.
wherever you want within 30
Yeah,
feet.
moving him is not as important as
Okay.
crushing him.
All right, so go ahead and roll the crushing damage. Lynn has a crush on Gray Guy.
10 total.
All right. Okay.
All right.
He's not on
that's
his
it.
last legs or anything, but he's certainly as hurt as he has been so far. Zinhorn, your turn.
All right. We're gonna try and whack him with the hammer,
Mm-hmm.
and that will be a 19.
That will hit.
Yay. Nope, that is the wrong damage. Sorry.
Okay. That's
I get another
Oh.
deep.
okay. So
Yep.
the 5 plus 8,
Yep. And
Okay.
then
13.
no. It's just 8.
Oh, okay.
Just the 8. It rolled 1d8 plus 4.
How many
whatever.
D8 should it be?
2d8 plus 4.
Okay, yeah, 8. All right. Okay, and
All
your
right.
action?
And for my action, I am going to try to Toll the Dead again.
All right.
So wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom saves. That's a fail.
All
With a
right.
4.
19 points of damage.
19. All right. He's now at this point looking pretty hurt, but it is his turn. And so he is going to regenerate 10 more points, but still fairly hurt. And he's going to look kind of around at all of you and and Lynn will interpret that as see you around. And he is going to cast Plane Shift. And assuming no one is counterspelling or anything, he is going to disappear.
Yeah, I don't have counterspell, or else I would, because I would really like to kill this
I
guy.
don't have counterspell either.
It's not worth it.
Yeah.
No, because they're just gonna regenerate anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like we'll have to fight him again another day,
Yeah.
regardless.
Next time we meet him, we'll just be angrier.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
with all of the combatants defeated, you once again the battlefield is quiet, except of course for the roar of the waterfall, and the awareness that this tear that you see still in place above you is duplicated. God only knows how many times over across all of Sekamian right now, and we'll have to find out how that goes next time. This combat encounter took a little longer than I was expecting, but I hope it was a fun one anyway. And
Yes.
so we will find out what happens when you go to communicate with the Pillarines next time when we return for more adventure on so many levels.
So many
So
Oh, many
levels.
many
tears
levels.
now.